Gemini, welcome to your Astro Flower reading. We're going to be going into your chakras, your aura, and doing a tarot reading at the end. A complete pure energy reading for you this week. Yes, let's just, without further ado, let's just get straight in there and see what's going on for you this week. Thank you very much for being with us here, subscribing and clicking that bell. It's much appreciated. Let me see what's going on this root chakra. The root chakra seems to be really playing a prominent part in every signs sort of reading. It seems like here it's like you've closed a deal. You've closed an episode on life. It's as if like the roots have just kind of said, okay, that's done and done, that's buried, that's integrated into the past. It's really solid, really nice, like everybody's at the moment, and that's possibly down to that new logic that's coming through. Don't necessarily think it's going to come through this week. It seems like it's going to be filtering out the following week, but most certainly it's got a lot of weight. It's got a lot of solidness and shape to it, which is giving you this sort of there's one aspect of it. It's something seems to be done and dusted, as it were. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum. Now this is another repeating thing, which is in I think now you're the third sign that's got this. It's inflated sacrum, so you might well be having problems within that area within your life. If you are, it's because you're just, more than often not, that we're blocking things, not allowing things to flow through in connection with our desires and stuff like that. But because there's this one thing in the root chakra for the majority of you, if there's something that's done and dusted, it's opening the floodgates on the desires and the possibilities of a brighter future of tomorrow, and it's connecting a lot of your desires through that sort of sacrum. Let's just see what's going on in your solar plexus. This is well shaped, and it's got a lot of singular focused determination going on. There is a big difference between a lot of other signs that have got this as well, and within your good selves, is that, let's just say I was thinking of opening a restaurant, and that's the goal. So that's what I'm concentrating on. But I've got to buy the chairs, I've got to buy the plates, I've got to sort out the suppliers of fruit and vegetables and etc. So they're very diverse things at the moment that you may well be getting involved with that are all going towards the same plan. So that's making you very busy, very buoyant, very connected with everything that is around you, doing a lot of things, keeping yourself very busy, keeping yourself very focused about where you're going and what you're going on to. It's really nice. There's enough energy there in order to do everything, and almost I think doing it was going to make you even more excited. It's going to feed those desires within your sacrum, and that's going to be really nice. Let's see what's going on in your heart chakra. Well, this is you can see the goal now. You can see what your heart is trying to direct you towards, and it should be pretty obvious now this week. It's a question of how you put it into place and according to your life, but according to it as well, this new type of logic that we're dealing with. And that's because the chakras are changing, and they have been changing now for probably 2 months, 2.5 months that I've noticed. And within those changes that are happening within the chakras, it's making people focus a lot more on their heart's desires. And you appear to have got this going on, and I'm going to be going through those changes of the chakras on the Sunday night. I don't know whether I told you that, but so there will be a video coming out then. But your heart chakra here has got this hourglass sort of shape. Not an hourglass, it's a teardrop shape in a way to it. That's sort of like bringing everything into the flow. I will say that normally it's taking the position where normally you'd have love, your desire with a partner and stuff like that. And so it seems like the majority of people are focused upon doing life, living to their heart's desires. And for you, Gemini, it appears to be very clear. If you listen to your heart, it is going to be very, very obvious what you should be doing. And there's no two ways about it. Let's just see what's going on in your throat and third eye chakra. See, that's very activated as well. So we got the sacrum and the third eye and the throat chakra that are getting really activated now. And that's connecting. So basically connecting your desires with that sort of logical progression of things to do, but also how to communicate. In other words, how to help convert it from an idea into the manifestation of the physical world at the moment. So anything you say could help to really manifest the things. So if you're talking to someone and so, well, they're sort of saying, you know, I'd like this, you know, it'd be better for you to sort of say, I'm going to do this. Because it's going to help you really start channeling that sort of manifestation for your proper future, basically, of your heart's desires. And as I say, I think your heart's desires are pretty clear with you. Once you've got it within you, there's, you know, it's just a case of putting the things in place. You know, let's see what's going on in your crown chakra. Well, this is, I think with all this activity that's going on through you at the moment, this is connecting your consciousness to everything that is going on around you. And as it does go forward, that connection is going to become stronger and stronger. As it becomes stronger, it's going to eliminate a lot of complicated choices that you may have had to do in the old paradigm. Kind of going, what, should I do this or shouldn't I do this? And your consciousness is going to, you won't even ask a question. You're just kind of going, you've got to do this. You bypass the question and go straight to the result, basically. And that seems to be feeding into the rest of your energies. Absolutely beautiful, really. Let's just see what's going on your aura. So very much, it could well be now, this weekend, just before the week, this coming week. It's yeah, it ties into the root chakra. So there's a realization at the bottom of your aura here. Like that, something that's done and dusted. It's put into the memory stock, as it were. Yeah. And then this is where your consciousness is starting to meet your root. And as the energies come together, to like two waves that are coming together, they crash into each other, and then they roll over the top of the other one, in each sense, making you know, like an infinity sign, like the magician. Manifestation at the moment. And the best thing about energy is when it inverts from one state to another, because that is the moment where you can really manifest the future that you so desire. And that seems to be coming into your energy. And I would sort of say it would be coming much more into the earlier stages of the week. So I would have thought Tuesday or Wednesday, that will be coming around for you, where you feel like you're really on the ball. You're on, your manifestation powers are really important. And that's why it's good to communicate as well, get things out of you. Okay, let's just see what the overall flow of your energy is. Well, it's all feeding your heart. Like with a lot of signs at the moment. And the more and more we go down, the more and more we are going to get, our energies are going to get in sync with one another. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean we're all going to be doing the same thing. That's not what it means. But we're going to be doing it with the same energy and with the same purpose in life. And that's what it appears to be happening here. It's looking really good, people, for the future. I know it doesn't look at it from the outside well, but then that's if you pay, you know, if you contribute to that, that's where you put your energy, that's what's going to happen. So stop putting your energy into a world that they're not looking out for your interests. They don't care about you. They really don't. I've never known people of power to really, really care about you know, the people they're supposing to be serving. And that's in every aspect of life. And they're on their own agenda. And their agenda is not looking out for you, your brother and your sister, your mum and your dad, your kids, you. So I would concentrate on leading your heart's desires towards a new way of doing things, a new way of connecting with other people that are around us. And that's going to feed into that heart beautifully. Okay, let's just see what's going on with your tarot reading. So this is the overall energy for the week. This is the karmic message for your relationship side, and this is the karmic message for your material side, how the universe influences you, how your guides influence you, and what the overall outcome is on that. We'll be pulling some cards to see what's happening, how it's flowing into the following week, because it seems to be really interesting at the moment. Happiness, there is a light that's being shined upon you in a way. It can't have any other way, simply because of how your sacrum is and your third eye and your throat chakra is. There is this sort of bathing in the light of the universe and just enjoying yourself and enjoying what you're doing on a daily basis, getting things done, moving on. It's that whole freedom thing that's coming from closure that you're getting in your root chakra. But the overall energy here for you is, yes, just be on fire. Just make sure you're enjoying life. Okay, your karmic message here for your relationship side, 4 of Cups. So this is, I think it's done and dusted. On that 4 of Cups there, she's got 3 cups on this side here that have been wasted, that have been done and dusted. And there's 1 cup there that's being handed out like a gift to her, sort of saying, don't wallow over the past. Move on to the future. And I think this is really important for you. Just to sort of, look out in front of you, go ahead and live it. And that's what I was talking about with the heart chakra as well. It's getting in that direction for that 1 cup, that Ace of Cups that's blowing through you. A 9 of Pentacles, you're concentrating on yourself here, which is good in regards to relationship. It's almost as if you're concentrating on the idea of what works for me. What do I get out of this? It's not an egotistical sort of thing. It's just a sort of case of, if you're constantly giving and giving and giving and giving and you're not getting anything back, at the end you're going to have nothing left to give. And that's what that's maybe what that karmic message is all about. You've got nothing left to give. Save your happiness for you and allow it to flow through you in your life. And your guides are sort of saying here, there's a whole new cycle opening up for you. And they are opening it up in so many different ways. Within every aspect of it, because the earth provides everything. The world provides us everything. And this new cycle, this new direction that you're taking is definitely worked upon you and your happiness. There is also things that are coming in from the outside unexpectedly, almost building passions about things that you may not even realize existed within you. And if you get a desire to do something or follow something that's within you, I would follow it. I would explore it. And see where it takes you in regards to a relationship. It could well be that sort of you've lifted your head and you might, if you're looking for a relationship, you might notice people around you that have been there all the time and you've never noticed them before in that way. And all of a sudden it's sort of playing through you and kind of opening that up for you. It looks really nice for you. On your financial sort of side, saying goodbye to the past with the 6 of Cups, saying hello to the future with the 6 of Wands. This 6 of Wands with the Sun as well, coming in from the ideas that are coming across your relationship side of how you want it. The karmic message here is, be the star you wish to be. Be that sort of that person you wish to be, and just get out there and do it. Shine to the rest of the world around you. And people will be drawn to you in a really weird way. When the sun sort of shines on you, you'll be turning heads and people kind of going, oh, look, there's Gemini, they're over there, look. Oh, well, let's go and see them. You know, and I think you're going to be bringing in a lot of people within you, within the material world, certainly, which is going to open doors and opportunities for you to pursue those desires that are building up through your sacrum. This walking away, so you're walking away from that one cup. So you're walking, this is what the universe is trying to help you. So you're walking away from that one cup, which is a little bit about like walking away from that situation there. But where is she walking? She's walking towards the sun. That's the beauty of it all. Allow your general energies to flow through you at the moment, and happiness will be your guide all the way. Yeah, it's marrying both sides of life. It's marrying that idea of work and play ethic. It's also marrying that idea that looking at things in a different way or approaching things in a different way is going to allow you to connect with your job or with your business or with your projects in a way that's going to feed your desires. That's going to open doors and possibilities. So say like you're working for a company and you sort of notice that there's some sort of aspect of your company's business that needs looking at. That means you're going to have to go and go somewhere in order to do that. And as you go towards that sort of thing, you notice that there is a boating lake in that area, and you kind of think to yourself, yeah, do you know what? I'd love to go do a bit of boating on the way through. And it is marrying those both sides, making sure that your work seems to be providing a lot for your happiness as well. The start of a journey. I think these healthy boundaries are a way of this sort of thing here. It's just sort of saying, with that realization that comes through at the end of the week, and you start manifesting things, all of a sudden you're going to be saying, I'm not going back to that, and I'm going down my journey. She's almost like the King of Wands. The King of Wands is walking off with that staff in his hands. This is not gender sort of appropriated, but like it's not gender orientated. But she's ready to take that position of king in a way, or almost maybe even like the knight of or page of wands. And it's moving from an old place, an old field, and going into a new, stepping over those barriers and going forward towards the sun, going forwards towards your happiness. That's what it's all about. We've got the Five of Cups, so we've still got this Ace of Cups that's in her hand. It's very similar to the Four of Cups. It's by the end of the week, I think, with your happiness flowing through you, I think what's more, this is tied to the past. And it might be a tricky thing to give up. It might be a love relationship. It might also be a job that you're scared to give up because you want to secure a future. But you can't get that new job unless you give up that old job, if you know what I mean. And this disappointment is more sort of like sometimes just being a little bit wistful, and you've got to be wary of that you don't get sort of that disappointment doesn't sort of be your guide. It be your past, as it were. And I would leave it in the past. You've just got to head off and start down your road, basically. Four of Swords. It may come into you've been really busy this week, so it may be a case of where you need to just take a little bit of time out, a bit of care and love for you emotionally and within your body. And then we got the Ace of Cups. It had to come out at some point. This is what you're moving on to. You're moving. I think this is the week you say goodbye to any disappointment from the past, and you move on towards your heart's desires and let go of everything that you've been carrying too much upon your shoulders, basically. And that comes out that nine of wands. You're getting rid of a lot of things, I think, and certainly if you're going to be following your heart and the direction of your heart, it's going to be moving you into a completely different world. And in a way, by the end of the week, it's just a case of saying Serenara, goodbye to old ways of being, basically. There you go, Gemini. I will see you on Sunday for that special about the chakras and then the changing chakras and changing energies within the body. If not, you can also see some of my videos on sister channel, which is Cymatic TV, linked in the description below. In the meantime, don't forget, thank you very much for your support. Sorry, I will say that first, because this channel is nothing without you. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.